In ancient times, there lived a wise and renowned Zen master, known for his immense wisdom and ability to transform people's lives. In the same town, there was a famous courtesan named Hana. Her beauty was unparalleled, and she was declared the jewel of the city, a title that symbolized her position as the most sought-after woman in the land. Hana's beauty was legendary, and her fame spread far and wide. Kings, noblemen, and wealthy merchants would wait in golden carriages at her doorstep, eager to catch a glimpse of her. She had amassed enormous wealth and could buy kingdoms if she wished. Despite all this, Hana's heart was heavy with sorrow. Inside her magnificent palace adorned with riches, Hana felt an emptiness that no amount of wealth or admiration could fill. Deep within her, there was a longing for true love and respect. One day, as Hana stood on the terrace of her grand palace, she spotted a young Zen monk walking along the street. Clad in simple robes and carrying nothing but a begging bowl, the monk emanated a peaceful aura. He walked with unmatched grace and awareness, his presence radiating calmness. Hana, intrigued, leaned over the balcony to observe him. At that moment, the monk glanced upward and their eyes met. The monk, noticing her, bowed deeply with genuine respect before continuing his journey. For the first time in her life, someone had looked at Hana with eyes of reverence, not desire. That one simple act of respect touched something deep within her heart. She felt a strange warmth, something she had never experienced before. Love, not for her beauty or status, but for the person she was within. Overwhelmed with emotion, Hana rushed downstairs and approached the monk. She knelt before him, her face full of humility, and said, "Please allow me to offer you food. Come to my home and be my guest today." The young monk looked at her with kind eyes and replied, "If my teacher permits, I shall accept your invitation." Hana clasped her hands and pleaded, "I beg you not to say no. For the first time in my life, I have invited someone with a pure heart. Kings and nobles have showered me with invitations, but I have never extended one myself. Do not refuse me." The monk, sensing her sincerity, agreed. That evening, Hana welcomed the monk into her home and offered him a simple meal. She felt a peace she had never known before. As he prepared to leave, she said, "The rainy season is approaching. Monks often remain in one place during this time. I invite you to stay in my home for the next 4 months. I promise not to disturb you and will ensure you have everything you need." The monk nodded and replied, "I will seek my teacher's permission," and return with his answer. The young monk returned to the monastery and shared the entire incident with the Zen master. "A woman has invited me to stay in her home during the rainy season," he explained. The Zen master, seeing the sincerity in his disciple's eyes, gave his permission. However, other monks in the monastery were deeply troubled. They whispered among themselves, saying, "It is inappropriate for a monk to stay in the house of a courtesan. She may lead him astray." When one of the senior monks voiced these concerns to the Zen master, he calmly replied, "I trust my disciple. If his meditation is strong, he will transform her. If not, she may influence him. Let us see where his spiritual practice stands." Despite their doubts, the monks remained silent. The young monk returned to Hana's home and stayed there for the entire rainy season. During these 4 months, Hana tried her best to tempt him with her beauty and charm, but the monk remained steadfast in his practice. His calm demeanor, respect, and unwavering meditation began to have a profound effect on her. Instead of swaying him, Hana found herself drawn to his purity and peace. She began to question her own life, her choices, and the source of her unhappiness. The monk's presence became a mirror for her soul, reflecting the emptiness she had been trying to fill with wealth and admiration. By the end of the rainy season, Hana's heart had transformed. She no longer felt like the same woman who had once lived for the approval of others. When the young monk prepared to leave, she said, "Please take me to your teacher. I want to renounce this life and find the peace you have shown me." The monk agreed and brought her to the Zen master. Kneeling before him, Hana said, "I offer everything I own to the monastery. These riches have brought me nothing but misery. I seek a path of truth and inner peace." The Zen master smiled and said, "Your journey has just begun. True transformation comes from within, not through possessions. But your willingness to let go is the first step. Hana became a devoted disciple of the Zen master and dedicated her life to meditation and service. Over time, she gained a wisdom and serenity that even the greatest kings envied. If you are afraid of temptation, it means you have not yet mastered your desires. True purity is not in avoidance, but in facing and transforming the desires within. Only when you have conquered your own mind can you see the world without judgment. In the end, it was not wealth or beauty that defined Hana, but her courage to seek the truth and embrace a life of purpose. If this story inspired you, don't forget to subscribe to our channel Soul Scripted and click the bell icon for more uplifting tales.